I'm going to go over my Nintendo GameCube collection. It is not an insane collection like you'll see usually on YouTube, but this is my personal collection of games that I just like really love. I have them kind of faced away so I can just look at it and react to it. Maybe say where I got it and what this game means to me. And yeah, we'll just take it as, we'll just see how it goes. So the first one in this pile, I have a pile of games, GameCube games here, is the Sonic Mega Collection. This isn't, I'm not the biggest Sonic fan, I got to admit, but this was given to me by a friend who no longer wanted their GameCube collection. So I thought that was cool. There's certain parts of this that I like and also hate. So that it has a bunch of games on it, and to unlock the games you have to play certain games a number of times, which is a real pain in the ass if you want to play a certain game. Like I think Sonic 3, you have to open Sonic 1 and play it 30 times, and then when you do, it unlocks that game. So, little tedious. I like Sonic okay, not the biggest fan, so. Next on the list, Animal Crossing Classic. This was a game that I found very special. I had it when I was a kid. I like that it came with its own memory card. It had unique items like an NES machine that could play a full NES game. I thought that was the coolest thing in the world. They had a lot of kind of gimmicky ways of multiplayer. Like if my friend brought his island and put it on a memory card and put it in my GameCube, then we could play together, but not at the same time. I could like send letters to him. Anyway, I remember seeing this on a show called X-Play it was on in the early 2000s, I think. And they were reviewing it, talking about how you could like bury letters and find fossils and all that stuff. Animal Crossing has come a long way since. This still has some cozy elements that I like. One of them being you can find money in the ground, and if you bury your shovel in there, it comes out as a golden shovel after a day. The full time cycle is really cool, but I honestly don't play it very much. In fact, I logged on not too long ago and talked to a neighbor, and they said, "You've been gone for 97 months." So, sorry about that. Resident Evil 4. This is maybe my favorite Resident Evil game. I got this on Christmas Eve. In my family, we would allow ourselves to open one gift early before Christmas. And my mom, for some reason, let me open this. And all night, because, I couldn't sleep because of Christmas, but I also couldn't sleep because this game is scary. This is a really scary game. It kind of had like a new third-person view that I really, really liked. You had to aim at certain body parts. This chainsaw guy was the worst. There was no like mini map to show you where enemies were, so you just would hear a chainsaw revving up. Scariest thing in the world. But I think I beat this game. It's 2 discs because it's being on the GameCube, and it used to be only on the GameCube, which I thought was super cool. Not sure why that's not the case anymore. In fact, there's a remake, but super great game. It has a really cool like gun uploading system and a case where you organize your items, and you have to organize your ammo, which I thought was a pretty fun mechanic for that game. This is the Ocarina of Time bonus disc with Master Quest. I haven't played this, I don't think. I'll be honest. So there's a bunch of demos on here too. For, let's see. F-Zero, 1080, Wind Waker, Wario World, Metroid Prime, and Four Swords. So I don't know how I got this. I think it's from the same friend that gave me the Sonic game. I really don't know what Master Quest is. I think it's like a harder version of Ocarina of Time. A second journey through Ocarina of Time with a newly laid out and incredibly challenging dungeons. Okay, so I genuinely don't know what that means. I don't know how different it is. But kind of a cool little thing. So both games are on this disc. The GameCube had a lot of emulated versions of Ocarina of Time. I have another one in this stack somewhere. But yeah, I haven't really played Master Quest. Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. The first time I played this was on the Dreamcast. I really enjoyed the hero-villain intertwining stories. I had this game maybe in middle school. I'm not sure what year this came out, but I had this and loved the speed of it. I did not like the Knuckles and Rouge the Bat levels. And the Chow Gardens, raising them, that was pretty cool. But the Sonic and Shadow levels were really fun. Not the biggest Sonic fan, but the 3D Sonics sort of hit a, maybe it's nostalgia or something, but I always thought it was super cool. And this came out around the time of soaps, those shoes you could grind with. So there must have been like a marketing thing to put soaps in here. And yeah, I don't know. It inspired my friend to get soaps. I stuck with Heelys at that time. But yeah. Tried replaying this game. To me, did not age very well. Not not the most fun to play. But you know, as a kid, you're pretty resilient to what you get at the time. Beautiful Joe 2. Never played this. But I do have, is this, no, I do have the first one. Let's see if I can skip to it. Yeah, here we go. So we'll just put these together. Beautiful Joe, it's like a side-scrolling beat 'em up, and it's hard as hell. This is a hard game. I beat it once, and you can unlock a new character. But if you... It required a very difficult thing to unlock a really cool character, and I just could not do it. It had like a slow down and speed up mechanic, and it was like a movie. I liked it at the time for sure, but yeah, really, really hard. So I don't play it too much. SSX 3. I think I was more of a fan of Tricky, but SSX 3 is a special game because you can start at the top of the mountain and ride all the way down, which is super fun. This one felt like a little more serious, while Tricky was like, let's be goofy as hell. And I kind of prefer goofy when it comes to these like sport racing games. Not much else to say about it. I like it. Fun racing game. Let's see. Tony Hawk's Underground. This was the coolest. Like, this is Tony Hawk, but like an RPG. You have a character who starts as a really bad skater. You custom made him, and he does all these events and stuff and starts getting better and better and becomes sponsored. And you got to choose your sponsorship, and you would get new skateboards from like Toy Machine or Girl or whatever. I also thought it was cool you could get off your board in this game, because the original Tony Hawk's, you were just riding on the board and that was it. But in this, you could walk around and talk like an RPG, sort of. And I love the hell out of this story. It's so stupid, but super, super fun. Probably my favorite Tony Hawk game, if I have to be honest. Liked it a lot. In fact, loved it. I got this on eBay because it's cheap, super cheap. I feel like I paid like $15 for it because they made a lot of them. And I don't see people singing its praises. But that is my favorite one. Simpsons Hit and Run. Imagine a cartoony Grand Theft Auto with Simpsons characters. This one's super fun. It's hard too. Like, some of the missions are like timed and like, I think, very unfair. Never beat it, but they have all the original voice actors for it, which is pretty awesome. And I think a lot of the writers from the show worked on this too. So it is pretty special if you want a cartoony Grand Theft Auto clone, sort of. This is definitely worth it. SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom. This is like a platformer that I was told to check out by multiple people. Not really my thing. I think it hit me a little too late in life. I got it anyway because I'm like, oh, I'll give it a shot, but it's cool. I like you can switch characters, and I'll be honest, I haven't gotten very far with it, but it's just like a platformer, 3D platformer, and collect-a-thon. Mario Kart Double Dash, maybe the most intense Mario Kart, personally. I remember having a neighbor who had a GameCube, and she would let us come over only if we helped her unlock carts. So that was the exchange of getting out of the house for a little bit, was going to her house and playing Double Dash. And I like that it was 2 players. Like, you could be like, okay, I need you to shoot while I drive, or vice versa. Super fun, pretty hard. I've definitely beaten this game a few times and gotten the I think you get a golden car if you do everything, so very, very fun, Double Dash. It's fast too. I remember booting it up and I was surprised as soon as the race started. It's fast. Metroid Prime, awesome game, very atmospheric, very, you could get lost in this world, and it was like really special. Like, the jump from 2D to 3D was done perfectly, I thought. This is one of those games I wish I had a guide when I was a kid to play it, but Metroid Prime is like a really, it's a special game. If you've never played it, I think they remade it for the Switch recently, so that's probably, and I think people like it. Like, it's done very well, so having it on the GameCube with that GameCube controller is super nice. Super Mario Sunshine. This game makes me angry. I'll be honest. This game makes me pretty angry. There's a lot about it that's super cool, but then there's a lot about it that is just simply unfair. I think Donkey made a pretty good video showing how unfair this game can be. But I remember this is one of the first GameCube games I got when I was a kid, and that feeling when you're with your mom or whoever and you buy a game and you're just like sitting in the back seat just staring at it, just looking at it like, I can't believe I have this game. Like, I love the super pretty. And like the instruction manuals. We should bring back instruction manuals. But Mario Sunshine, 3D platformer, super great. If you've never played it, what are you doing? This one's actually new to me, but a lot of people have said it's like their favorite game of all time. So I had to buy it. I got it on eBay and it was a little pricey, but I got it. And that is Paper Mario and the Thousand-Year Door. This game's awesome. I have to admit, though, I prefer Paper Mario on the N64 to this one. I wonder if that would be different if I had this as a kid, because playing it as an adult is a little different, but this is just more of the same, a little ramped up. I think they have a remake on the Switch also, but I'm not going to get that because I spent money on this. This is funny, it's witty, the chapters are really unique. I run a D&D game with friends, and one of the chapters with the wrestler inspired our next session. So there's a lot of cool ideas in this thing. A lot of reading. Like, you got to read every little thing, and some people like that. Sometimes I'm just like, yo, I just want to jump on enemies. Mario Golf Toadstool Tour. This is, I never thought I would like golfing games, and I remember renting this as a kid, I think, and I played it way more than I thought I would. This is super, super fun. Great multiplayer game. Even as an adult, it's super fun. It's hard, but golf games, especially Mario Golf games, have like a simplicity, like easy to learn, difficult to master kind of skill ceiling to it. Love it. It can be all the different characters, all the weird stages. Never beat this. Way too hard, I think. Let's see. Luigi's Mansion. I think this was the first GameCube game I ever owned. I was excited Luigi got his own game, and I liked that it wasn't a platformer. It was like this weird puzzle-solving, what would you even call it? I don't know. Just a puzzle-solving game. Action puzzle solver. I like that there's a designated button to just call Mario's name. And I also like that Luigi starts humming the background music after a while. Like, a lot of really cool little bits of detail, a lot of secret stuff to look for. I definitely beat this game. I don't think I found all the booze, though, which is like one of those secret things you can do. Still great. Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. I remember seeing this in a Game Informer magazine and being very upset that Link looked different. But when I got this game, I immediately forgot because I thought this game was so beautiful and it worked so well with the style. Played the hell out of this thing. One of my favorite Zeldas for sure. I do want to get the other one on the GameCube, Twilight Princess, someday, but we'll see about that, because that's expensive. That's like more expensive than Thousand Year Door. So, but Wind Waker is super cool. I love the cartoony look. A lot of people don't like sailing, but there's something special about it. I mean, I guess it could be sped up a little bit, but there is something kind of special about I'm taking a real journey to get to this thing, and you get fast travel eventually. So searching for the Triforce definitely slows me down every playthrough, but yeah, I do love this game quite a bit. One of my favorite Zeldas for sure. Let's see. Coming to the last 5 here. Let's change the order. So this was actually a gift from a friend of mine. She got this for my birthday, which I thought was so funny. Barnyard. I've never seen the movie. I've never played this game. But the reason we got it is because we watched this speedrunner, Wazip, who speedruns this game. And we're watching him, and this guy is speedrunning this game, which the world record is 3 hours. And we're like, who the hell is the guy that dedicates a run to 3 hours every time he tries to run this game? And we look him up, and it's like a handsome guy, and that we just found that so funny. So that sort of became a joke we would do about just this game, and whenever Wazip went live, just like, oh, are you gonna ask him out or whatever? But yeah, this is a weird platforming mission-based game. I don't know if it's platforming. It's like mission-based. It's like a bunch of mini games. 3-hour world record if you want to try that speed run. They have a whole community and everything. Crazy corner of the internet, but I'm glad I have it now. What else? Oh, so here's the other thing. The Zelda collection. It comes with Zelda on the NES, The Adventure of Link on the NES, Ocarina of Time, and Majora's Mask. I heard the N64 games don't really run too well, and I think everyone had this who had a GameCube. I think they just sent it out because it includes a demo of Wind Waker. Yeah, I love both Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time. I don't really like the NES games, but that's okay. This is still a cool thing to have in the GameCube collection. Okay, last two. Spider-Man 2. Love this game. This was like a free-form Spider-Man game. You could walk on the ground. I spent more time swinging around the city and walking around than doing any of the story. So I don't think I ever beat this game. I will someday, I think, but this was just a special game to me. And last but not least, Super Smash Bros. Melee. Easily the best Smash Bros. Game in the franchise, in my opinion. I used to go to tournaments, and I remember loving this game and someone sending me a YouTube video of the, I don't know if you remember, but the advanced how to play. And I got so obsessed that there's this old game that people have found a way through glitches, essentially, through playing it not the intended way. You could get your character to move faster, to hit harder, and it was I got obsessed for at least 4 or 5 years with this game. I would go to tournaments and you would see people even better than what you thought was possible, which was so cool. The skill ceiling on this game is so high, and this came out in 2001, I think. So I think people still play this. I don't know if there's tournaments still, but there was during like the 2010s. Like, it was still going strong, and people were discovering new things about this old game. I haven't really played Ultimate that much. That seems a lot more balanced. This was like this broken mess of a game that people found a way to play to a crazy level. My favorite character was Captain Falcon, hands down. I loved how fast he was and how hard he hit, but it was like a huge risk, So like you could sacrifice everything to pull off a punch that looks cool, but you might kill yourself in the process. That was kind of my playstyle, is go big or go home. That is my GameCube collection. Thank you so much for watching. I collect other things. If you enjoyed this, maybe I'll share something else. But yeah, that's all the GameCubes. Maybe I'm missing a game that you think I need in my collection. Let me know what that is, and I will see you around. Thank you.